Alright, it's your boy iDef, and I'm back with another review for you guys, and this time we got the Blokees Marvel Rivals Venom. As you can see, he is large class. I don't think he's that much bigger than the other ones. I don't know, I can't, it's a big box, but it only says 5.9, so we're gonna find out. But, yeah, not too much crazy stuff going on. It's a cool image, but it's kind of scary. Not for like scary reasons, but yeah. You know the meme that kind of reminds me of, you know what I'm talking about. Help. But electric current, is that an effect he has? I imagine not. Why would he have that? Whatever. But yeah, he's got those. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna use the iDef system for these, so let's just build them and check them out, you know what I'm saying? Alright, and here he is, fully built and out of package. He's dope. Yeah. Again, we're kind of gonna just skip the iDef system because I just don't feel like it necessarily applies to the concept of these figures, but like, I'm still going to give you my thoughts and reviews on whatever. Yeah, like, he looks good. There's nothing I can complain about. I was gonna switch this out and then switch it, like, I wasn't gonna do it on camera because that's just a whole other nightmare, but anyways, this is for putting the little tendrils in and stuff, but he has like these little marks and stuff, but like, it's a model kit. There's a lot of little stuff like that. Once you want to see the trays and stuff, you'll kind of get it. I swear there was marks I could see from, like, you know, taking the pieces out of the trays, but honestly, I'm not really seeing too many at this moment. But yeah, he looks good. He's kind of got like a dark, like, blue to him, like in the shininess. Looks really good. The white paint is really crisp. Honestly, the only paint thing that's kind of not good is right there, and that's not a big deal. But yeah. I'm just going to start with his articulation. His jaw kind of opens and closes, but it's not perfect because he has a really thick neck, but not much to complain about. I can see why it's limited, so I'm really not going to complain. Because he can look up, he can look down, and he can look all around. So, you know what? I'm happy with it. I don't know if his neck is on correctly. I feel like it's whatever. It's not a big deal. It really doesn't matter. The way his head connects and stuff all together is kind of weird. I think it's partially why the jaw doesn't get more movement. But let's get off that. So you'll notice his arms are a little gappy, but it's a nice. Sorry, I gotta get my arms back a little bit farther. It's a nice raise. Again, it is a little bit gappy. But once you get the pose where you want it, it'll kind of deal with itself. He does have some butterflies. They're not great, but they're still, they work. They do something. Nice swivel. So his arms are just kind of pre-bent, though, if you'll notice. It's not a great pen, but it's decent relative to what his arm is, so. He's got the single pivot ball joints, which are nice. They're really tight. These are a little bit pointy. I will say now, he doesn't have any other hands, so it is what it is. But his crunch is not great, but it's not terrible either. It's more than enough to get some of the stuff you want to do. Ooh. Don't like that. Oh, see, here, I'll show you guys just what I'm talking about for people who haven't built model kits. You see that kind of little blemish where the joints are kind of meets together right there, that little seam. It's stuff like that. And like, you see that on regular figures sometimes from like the factories. So it's like, I don't know, it's like, it's not something that bothers me. So if you don't use the drop down, he's not going to get much kick, but you get more, you know what I mean? You're fine. He's getting a lot. How whatever. If you want to count that against his figure, I guess you could say, like, yeah, he has to use the drop down to get his kick, but he's got plenty. There's a little bit of swivel. I like how they go about their swivel. I really do like that method. It's kind of like how SH Fig Arts does it, because it kind of, you don't have that big ass line, you know what I'm saying? Not a great bend, not terrible, totally workable. Excuse my my dog in the back. He's not really my dog, but you know what I mean. He's my dog. I love him, even though he's kind of a jerk sometimes. And mostly by being a jerk, he just be barking at people, just random passerbys and other animals. He's a little guy. He's got a little man complex. He's actually a sweet boy, though. He does not bite. Oh yeah. Check this out. He's got toe articulation. And I want to show you the bottom of his feet, because they're actually, like, he's got foot arches and stuff. I think that's cool. And he's still balanced as well. Oh, bro, someone's hauling ass in a residential area. Sorry. But yeah, he's got pretty decent articulation. I don't think the Marvel Legends is going to be better, so he's got a tendril arm. It's real pointy. It's about the same, I think. Really easy to change out. And then here's what, you're really after here, though. You got the tendrils. What's kind of, I'm personally don't have a problem with this. Some people might dislike this, but they're identical essentially. So you can put any in whichever place, whatever. So it just doesn't matter. Like, you could do whichever, you can have however many you want there at a time. One thing I think that would have been cool is if they added, it would have been really hard to get them out, so actually I don't know if I want that, but unless maybe they weren't pieces that actually pegged in, just kind of tabbed in, but maybe something to cover the other holes if you had some tendrils in the back, you know what I mean? Like if you only had 2 or 3, maybe, even just 1. But that's nitpicking. It does not need it. And you know what, I do want to show you the back just because I want to show you I'm looking all crisp. You see how clean that looks? I mean, it's got whatever. I don't even care. You see how clean that looks, bro? Look at those lines. Also, I mean, if you watch Blokees, you probably know this pose, but yeah, let's do a little scaling with him though. I will do that. All right, here he is with the Blokees Deadpool and Wolverine, and like you can tell he's not too big. I'm almost wondering if like the large size of Blokees isn't necessarily like always meaning they're way bigger, but it's because they have a lot of pieces. But I mean, he obviously is a little bit bigger, but whatever. Here he is with the Marvel Legends animated series Cell Shaded Spider-Man. He's a little bit bigger than Wolverine. He's not quite big enough. Like, if you got them posed out dynamically and you don't mind him looking like that but not being like massively bigger, it actually, I think, would work just fine, especially if you got the tendrils on and everything, but he's just a little too small. Please hear me respectfully when I tell you, the Marvel Legends Venom for Marvel Rivals is not going to be moving like this. And if it does, I will happily apologize and I will glaze that figure. However, as it stands though, it doesn't look like this. Also, just to crap on Marvel Legends a little bit more, you guys remember that Superior Spider-Man? I'm not saying he doesn't have the potential to be a great figure, but for someone who's a little impatient sometimes with figures, expecting them to not be pieces of crap out of the box, I didn't ruin mine, but like, he's probably never going to pose really well with the little widgets or the arms or whatever they're called. I can't remember, but this dude straight out of box, they're rigid, but they hold poses and are movable, and like they just work so well. And if you start going too far, they just pop right out. Like, it's nice. Honestly, the worst thing I'll say about this figure, he should have had some fist hands, I think, and also taking the back off is scary. I think you got a limited number of times you can do that before they just kind of break or like something happens, you know what I mean? Like, there's no instructions for taking those off, so you just kind of pry it apart until it kind of just gives up. And there's a click when it happens, and every time I swear something just broke. But so far nothing's happened, so that's cool. But yeah, W figure, fun to build, a little bit painful to build, I'm not gonna lie, but nonetheless very fun. I would have to recommend him. I think that's it though. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you decide if you want to pick it up. Oh, also I would like to mention, they are cheaper if you find them in store, from what I have found. I was looking on Amazon because I figured they'd be like the same price, maybe even cheaper. No, they're more expensive. So I just want to let you guys know. But yeah, check GameStop and like Walmart. But yeah, I think I'm out.